Alright, peeps. Got a little bit of trouble there. Hopefully, my camera stays like it's supposed to. We'll see. But anyways, I don't know how much I recorded of that last thing or not. But whatever. Looks like I lost my little detector. Hopefully it's not too loud. My dog tried to chew up my microphone before I left. But I did a little test on it, and that looked like it worked, so hopefully it's okay. Anyways, we're going downtown. I'm gonna get my hair cut. My boy's place. His name's Johnny Ross. If you ever come to Kansas City and you need a haircut, man, that is the place to go. So we're actually going to end up in Westport, and yeah, you'll get to see basically the main drag through downtown Kansas City. If my camera works properly. It looks like it's veering to the left right now. And there we go. Maybe that's better. But anyways, I'd rather you see my ride than my bike. You guys have seen a million bikes, and well, you know, they're not all the same, but it is an Onyx RCR. You can see it in a couple of my other videos, but maybe at the end of this one when I get off my bike. We'll see. Now I am riding on the 23 amp hour battery, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like, yeah, it's around 11 mile trip for me, one way. So I'm going to have to charge when I get there. And yeah, we will, I gotta turn around though, because, well, you guys might not know this, but Jesus Christ, I'm an animal addict. So when I see this possum here, the first thing I do is check to see if it's a male or female, which that is a male. You can clearly tell by the testicles. I don't know if you guys can see it, but anyways, I'd like to check the females to make sure they don't have little baby marsupials in them. Because if they do, then I take them to either Lakeside Nature Center or the Veterinary Center of Liberty, and because they both have their wildlife rehabilitation license and all that good stuff. And they'll try to raise the possum and save them and release them. And sometimes that doesn't happen, but you know, that's better than not trying at all, right? And let's be honest, man, possum, they are pretty rad. They're one of my favorite animals. They actually okay, I don't know which way this is taking me, but I'm going back this way and left. But anyways, yeah, so they eat up to 4,000 ticks per season, and they are marsupial, which I covered already, but they're really docile creatures. Now, I'm not saying they won't bite you or anything, but because they will, but you know, 85% of the time that doesn't happen. I've actually never been bit by one, but you know, still pretty early on in my life. You know, I feel like I have plenty of opportunities to get bit by a possum. I've been bit by pretty much everything else, so well, Not everything, but, you know, a lot of things. Yeah, see, I like coming this way too because you get to see the skyline of Kansas City. It's not like super impressive or anything, but you know, compared to like Chicago or New York, which I've never been to New York, but I can imagine. And I am just in normal mode right now, just cruising. I'll probably stay in normal mode most of the time just to preserve some of my battery. There will be a part up here where I have to go to sport mode because the speed limit gets to 55. Just crossing over that bridge to go downtown. But man, I've been like pumped to make this video, so hopefully everything plays out alright. On my DJI Pocket. I got it on a chest mount. It would be pretty cool to put a helmet, like a top helmet mount with it, but man, I don't know. I think I'm gonna end up keeping this on my chest and then try to get a GoPro for maybe the top of my helmet rather than the, you know, bottom of the mask, but we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. More worried about my audio now since my dog chewed up my microphone. I mean, he had it in 2 pieces, but it looked like he just broke the cover off of it before I caught him. And yes, I am a dog trainer, and yes, it is my fault. I left it on the edge of the counter, and it had a little furry piece on it for the, you know, the wind jammer, wind protector, whatever they call them. But yeah, so he thought it was his toy, and I can't blame him. Plus, they haven't had their daily enrichment yet, so, you know, again, irresponsible of me. But old Zaz is a pretty good boy. He's awesome. So right now we're in North Kansas City. We just came from Kansas City. Now this is technically a different city called North Kansas City. It's just a suburb, but they got a lot of cool little bars down in their downtown area, which we're gonna pass. And this is the world's greatest car wash experience right here, Kevin's Car Wash. That's what it says, but I used to be a member there, and I mean, I guess, like, I don't know. I guess it is better than most because they normally have people dressed up in like gorilla costumes or, you know, Marvel costumes. It looks like right now they're in Hawaiian shirts. I can't really see from here, but then they have like a little video or hologram thing when you go in the side, and plays a different video most of the time to keep it on rotate. Typically goes with their theme. Oh no, this is their normal outfit today. It must be their summer wear. But anyways, it's fucking expensive. All the car washes are. We got Hawaiian Bros to my left, and then Seaberg Muffler. They're pretty cheap to get exhaust work done, so if you're in Kansas City and you need exhaust work done, I'd go there. Right there's Chicken and Pickle. That's a pretty fun place. Pretty much where Chicken and Pickle is, if you keep going east, they are going to, you'll find some bars. Bars. Man, it's fucking hot out today. Hopefully this bike doesn't get too hot. Last time I rode down here was the only time it ever shut off on me. And that's because I think I was messing with the settings, trying to go like, you know, sicko mode and stuff before I knew what I was doing, because, you know, I was just excited. Alright, I was excited, and that's what happened. And it changed some of the settings, and then I tried to change it back anyways before I went, and the temperature cutoff limit was wrong, because, well, if you use those apps or whatever, like sometimes with some different Android phones, apparently they change the settings back wrong, because they're not actually stock settings, so you have to go in and make sure that you get those right if you do mess with those settings. But being that I have the 23 amp hour battery, I didn't realize, I guess, how poor quality the battery is. So according to a couple of the guys out there, one of them being a battery builder himself, he'd said he would not change the stock settings with a 23 amp hour. That was Vinny with Dynasty batteries, which I will be getting a battery from him in the future. Let's hope that he just hears this and he's like, you know what, thanks for the shout out, let's hook you up with this $3,000 70 amp hour battery for, you know, free. But I'm just kidding, that's not gonna happen. I'll gladly pay for it. I just gotta save up for it, because let's be honest, it's almost as much as the bike itself. And that's where things get crazy with these. It's the battery. But also, you know, like, once I get that, I'm not going to be able to just go ahead and turn it straight up, because I got to get some motor cooling items, such as like hub sinks and stator aid fluid. And man, I see one guy who has an Onyx, and he has like this water cooled system on it, and I wish he'd make a video. I don't know if he does or not, of how he did it, just because it looks pretty sick. Right here I'm going to go into sport mode, because even though the speed limit is 45, most people drive faster than that through here. And if you can see my gauge, that's the Onyx setting. I haven't changed it. So let's see, right here going, let's go 50. Hold on. Alright, so there's 50, and it says I'm going 45, 46. I don't know. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing here. Kind of a dangerous area. But I think it's about 4.5 miles an hour, which is pretty common, I guess. I just don't understand why they don't set that from the factory, though. Whatever. I guess also because they probably want to still uphold their 60 mile per hour claim. There, maybe you guys can hear a little better. Put my shield down. It was pretty windy there. But anyways, they probably need to do that so they can keep their 60 mile per hour claim. Saying, you know, you can go 60 miles an hour on this thing. You have stock settings. That's not true. It's close, you know. The highest reading I've ever had going downhill was 62. And that was on, you know, that's their thing. That's on this right here. Which we all know is about 4.5 miles an hour. The math is like 58 something. So it gets close. But that's downhill. That's not, you know, that's not a straight line. Straight line, no incline, probably 53 to 55. So it's fucking hot. I think it's supposed to be 101 today. downtown. Right after that bridge, you hit downtown, and it's pretty fun to ride down here. Just gotta watch out for, idiots. What? There's the courthouse. Been to a lot of animal court in there. Well, I guess it's the one behind me, but they're both I think one, I don't remember what one is. Whatever. But they both look the same. Ish. Alright. Go through like the power and light area, but it has me going this way, and I'm not sure why, because we need to go to the west. We need to go farther west, but we'll see which way it's taking me. Because I did click bicycle route. So let's see here. Let's get out of that. Hit car. And hit start. And we'll see what it says. And yes, we cannot loophole here in Kansas City without getting fucking tickets. And, whatever. Right here is a Kansas City Star newspaper. It's a huge building, but I think they sold out now. Because newspapers are pretty much irrelevant now. I'm gonna go right here because I don't want to go all the way down that way. And you guys will get to see more downtown this way. So this is a road will probably come up. Well, maybe not. Maybe another one. But Grand, or Main, or Walnut. Somewhere in there. We should have a full battery by the time we leave where I get my hair cut. So. Worry about getting there on time, but I think we're gonna get there early. Tells me to go left here, but I'm still gonna go straight. Yeah, I'm swerving a lot because I keep looking down to check my camera. And it's like flat against my chest, so it's hard to see. Because I'm trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. At least some of it. Because why make videos if there's not good content, you know? And I'm not all about talking the whole time either. I mean, I have been this one, but sometimes I just like to shut up and ride. And I think some people appreciate that, and they appreciate no narrative to the ride. But when I'm in newer places like this, I like to kind of give you a little bit of narrative on the culture and the atmosphere, just how Kansas City is. This little place right here is called Town Topic Hamburgers. It's fire. It's fire. And they got a couple of them around, but yeah, not a whole lot of room to dine in there. I'm actually gonna go here, sneak around, and now I'll go a loophole. I was trying to get that shot, so that's why I did that. Anyways. I will lane split downtown. Just because there's a lot of fucking traffic down here. And yes, I know, all you Californians and New Yorkers, you're gonna be like, that's not traffic. There's no traffic there. Where's the traffic? But to me, it's traffic, okay? We hit 967.4 miles. And we've now been riding, well, not since I started the video, but close to it, but we're at 9 miles for this trip, and I don't want to go there. I'm going to turn around, as we call it here in Misery, we call it flipping a bitch. Yeah, flip a bitch, like this. Sport mode engaged. And this is one of my longer trips that I'll make with this battery. I mean, unless I'm getting my hair cut down here, I don't bring my bike down here, just because there's really nowhere to charge that I know. I mean, I'm sure there's places to charge, but it's not a lot, you know. Lane split there, see? It's a little lane splitting. This motor must be getting hot though, I'll tell you that. because it is not responsive hardly at all right now. Like that little uphill was a challenge, it seemed like. Last time when my bike got too hot, it was right about here. But it gave me a little chirping noise before. It was like whoop whoop. I was like, what's that? That was the first time I figured out why it did that. Alright, put it back in normal mode. Some of these bumps are killer, man. These potholes, I don't know if you guys out there, like if your potholes are that crazy, but fuck, man. These potholes are gnarly through here. And yeah, I can go around them, but like I said, I keep looking at my camera and everything else. So it probably looks like I'm a really shitty rider, but I don't give a fuck what you think. Don't even care if you don't like this video. That's how much I don't give a shit. But please like it. Even if you don't like it, just hit the like button. Just kidding. Oh, my light is rattling hardcore. I gotta get a new light. That's just whack. Onyx, your fucking light brackets suck, dude. Everything else is pretty, okay, but I mean, I guess, you know what, it's probably fine. It's just because, like, the washers that they have in there came loose. One of them broke, but that's partially because I take this thing off-road. I mean, that shit's gonna happen. Yeah, I mean, there's some shit that I encounter, and some of them are a little more intense than others. I mean, it can't hold up to everything. But the light I will put on next in the mount, it will hold up. It will hold up better than this. It's just kind of a cheap feeling light, you know. Alright, we are in Westport, and my bike did not shut off, but it did lose some power. But I mean, the battery's, it's below half now. It's a 71 volts, or 71 volts, 71.9, no, 0.7. Nah, this light's gonna piss me off. Alright, boys, we are here. So I will, God dang. What is this guy doing? We're here. So, Hey, look, it's Johnny Russ. Hey.